looking like a gumdrop on a lollipop. Forgiveness. This topic was recommended by Danique. Forgiveness is something that a lot of us struggle with, I guess you can say. It's always first reaction to just hold the grudge and let our egos get the best of us and just never talk to that person again, or whatever the case may be. So basically, when this topic came to mind, I was kind of brainstorming and I thought of 4 to 5 questions that you can ask yourself when you're either holding a grudge or you're finding it difficult to forgive somebody. Granted, it's going to be easy to answer this question because you are holding a grudge because you are upset about what somebody did. But clearly identifying the exact reason why you're upset is what's going to make this process all the more easier. I remember I got upset at one of my girlfriends over the dumbest shit ever. And now that I look back on it, I'm like, why was I really upset? It wasn't her, but it was the situation, and it was the other person who was involved that I was more upset about. So really addressing why are you actually upset is, I think, one of the first steps that you can take in trying to forgive somebody. So really narrowing down where it's affecting your life. Is it affecting your life in a negative way, which is most likely going to be yes. And that's going to really put in perspective the fact that, you being upset at this person is having a negative impact on your life. When you're trying to be your honest self, it's hard to do that when you're forcefully holding a grudge against somebody. Just think about how uncomfortable it is when you go into a place and the person that you're upset with or the person you haven't forgiven is in the same vicinity as you. It's hard being in that space. And if it's not hard for you, then power to you, because I ain't the one. When you're holding on to a grudge and your ego is getting in the way of not opening your heart up to somebody, you're basically telling them that what you did in the past is gonna forever hurt you and our relationship in the future. And that's also putting you in a position where, again, that all that negative energy, like, we're trying to be, positive vibes only. Everyone has a light inside of them, and you want that light to shine. It can't shine if it's being shaded by an unforgiving heart. So why is it affecting you? Why are you allowing it to affect you in such a way where it's hurting you, or it's making you upset, or seeing their name or hearing or seeing their face aggravates you? Like, why are you letting it affect you? It's a really hard pill to swallow, because a lot of times if you're the person holding the grudge and you're the person that needs to have that forgiving heart, it's hard to really turn the mirror on yourself when you feel like everything that other person has done is wrong, and look at yourself and be like, okay, maybe I need to change. Because you're so adamant at the fact that that person is wrong, they did this wrong to me, they shouldn't have done this. But we really need to take a look at ourselves and are we having a forgiving heart? Are we forever gonna, cast off this cold shield on our hearts and on our lives to somebody who wants to be a part of our life again, or at least is admitting that they are sorry for that? And honestly, you don't even have to get an apology for you to forgive. Just having that open heart, people will see that. There are people that I think I should have received apologies from, but I can't go on just being like, I'm waiting for my sorry. Like, you'll be waiting for your sorry forever. So turning that mirror on yourself and being like, okay, how can I change, or how can I open up my heart in order to get rid of this negative energy that I have towards this person, then it's a hard pill to swallow, but that would probably be one of the next questions that I would ask myself. If they're living their life and they're living their best life, and they're just going on about their day, like they're not even really thinking about you, but you're just harboring this hurt in your heart for however long that you're holding on to it, then you're just hurting by yourself. This whole thing doesn't mean you let people walk all over you. All this means is just forgiving them. You don't have to forgive them and then it's like, okay, that never happened and you'll never do it again. People are unpredictable. Anybody you're holding a grudge against, remember that you once loved that person. Most of the times when you're holding a grudge, it's because somebody you loved hurt you. Even though these are the things that I think about, these are, this is like the framework I'm kind of putting out there. This is still a framework I'm working on. All these things that I'm addressing on my channel, we're working on this together because I ain't got it all together. I'm struggling. I really do hope that this helps somebody. I really hope that this, this type of self-reflection, questioning framework will help you think about those grudges that you have against people, those grudges that you're holding on to. Those are my thoughts on forgiveness. Alisha, out.